could go to a professional barber, but I just like doing it myself, and that's how I ended up with the shorter beard. But
You know
like,
what? I really,
obviously, I'm
really
doing a
believe
great
you.
job of barbing. I'm very good at barbing. So, speaking of barbing,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to Ireland next week.
Right.
Okay.
I've spoken about this enough, but it's not the UK, so this is going to be a problem because I'm trying to see in Tesco's in the UK they've released barbecue sauce, which is pink and it's made with vegan mayonnaise and barbecue sauce.
I don't.
And
Oh, no.
it sounds terrible,
No.
but
It
I
sounds
am
like
going to buy
plastic.
it. I'm going to buy it.
I
And
kind of
then
want
they're
one,
also-
actually.
Yeah, it
now.
just looks like a thing. So if it's there,
Just the
if
fact that
there,
it's
I'm gonna buy it.
pink is like not
Yeah.
a good look on meat.
Well, excuse
No.
me.
No.
What about fancy sauce from Step Brothers, which is just mayonnaise and ketchup?
Just mayonnaise and ketchup.
Fancy
Aioli.
sauce.
Also
I
aioli.
love that movie so much.
I went to a friend's house for a party, and I went and I made an entire Heinz thing of fancy sauce, and I made a label with a thing in the back that said
Fancy
Prestige
sauce.
Worldwide, and it had them in the front, and it was pretty cool. But yes, and it said Heinz fancy sauce, and it said Prestige, and they tease, but they haven't announced ketchup. They have barbecue sauce and ketchup. So if they make
Chump?
ketchup, like ketchup,
Oh, ketchup. Okay,
Ketchup.
ketchup.
Autumn,
Okay.
you're the Ken Chump. Chump.
I'm the Ken Chump over here.
I think, I have appreciated that in our culture, we've decided to become healthier, but we need to bring back colored ketchups.
oh,
I think we're ready for it.
No, that was a thing that existed and went away. When
Yeah.
did
you
it
never heard
exist?
of, you never saw green or purple
No, Autumn's
ketchup?
like, I didn't realize it went away. I still use green ketchup.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I buy it from a specialty market.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gross.
You never had the green ketchup?
No.
It's
Yeah,
impossible.
and then there was a
to eat.
mystery one, and it would squirt out a mystery flavor. It was
Well, not flavor. No, it
Color.
tasted
Color.
exactly like
Color.
hazel
So
ketchup.
it's like pretty patties on SpongeBob.
yeah, actually,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was a nightmare.
Mhm.
The purple ketchup, like I couldn't eat it. I was like, and I tasted it. I'm like, this tastes like ketchup, and I just
But it's-
couldn't
Hey.
eat it. I was like, this is impossible to actually eat because it doesn't look right.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel that with all the preservatives that we've all put in our bodies,
Yeah.
we're going to live to be 500 years old, which means
I
we'll be
think-
doing this show forever.
I think yellow ketchup would be great because you think it's mustard,
Mm.
but it's not.
Yeah,
I like that.
Slytherin. Hi, everyone.
me.
Welcome in. Happy
Hello.
Thursday. We finally have Autumn back on. Autumn, how you doing? How you
I'm
feeling?
back. I'm doing great. I just kind of wrapped up the last 6-7 weeks of this really hardcore schedule, wrapping up an old job. And now I'm done with that and I moved on to a new job. So I'm super excited. Yeah. My
So you've
time
been
will be my
touring
own
with Hamilton.
again. I
Yeah.
have been. Yeah.
That's like a Hamilton schedule. Well, welcome back, Pink Lady, blue hair.
That's
Speaking of hair that blew my mind, Alex, your hair's looking good. How you feeling? What's up?
feeling kind of inflated today. Not deflated, inflated.
You're with
I have a question about hair. Remember how it was a whole disheveled thing? Now, if I just got my roots done, did I de-dishevel or did I reshevel or did I
No, no.
undishevel?
You
But
shevel,
the process of doing it is sheveling.
sheveling.
yes.
Okay,
You've
so I
You're
have
at an
shoveled.
adequate level of shovel.
I
Correctly.
shoveled and now I'm shoveled.
Oh, good.
What's your shovel level? You're like a shovel level 10. at
Yeah,
least.
for sure.
Yeah.
I was just
That's great.
curious. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Well, hi, everyone. Welcome and happy Thursday. Welcome to Fandom Social. My name is Paul. Again, joined by Autumn and Alex. And
Hello.
today, we have a really fun show.
So
this
excited.
is actually a show that Alex has been wanting to do for a couple months
it's
now.
an all Taylor Swift show. Here we go.
No. You have been back for 4 minutes. You've been back
Tortured
for 4
Poets
minutes.
Society. Okay,
We are-
track
it's
one.
Not even the name of the album. You got the name of the album
Department.
now,
I'm wrong.
and you can't
Oh, how do you know?
because I've been suffering under this.
You've been listening to
can
it
remove her.
nonstop.
We can remove her
I know.
forcibly or
Yes.
or easily.
I have not been
Um,
listening to the mediocrest album she's released in
It is.
three albums. I'm
Are
just saying.
you joking?
No,
it
no,
is
no.
pretty mediocre.
We're gonna set it aside.
I've also
You're
listened
so wrong. You guys
to it.
are so
28
wrong.
Is it 28 songs?
Comparatively?
31.
31.
31.
Lyrically?
I've listened to it.
Mediocre.
Yeah,
Musically,
there's a couple good ones,
mediocre.
but a lot of very. I believe the
She
kids
released
are
1,000
saying
songs. Not all of them
mid.
could be amazing.
Alex,
not
we're
mid.
in. She sucked us in.
Uh-huh.
Stop. We're already talking about it. This is on you. Welcome in, everyone. Today we are going through the list of Billboard's
good.
top
Best one ever.
75.
75.
You've been back for
Yes.
5 minutes. We will put you on timeout. We'll put you in free speech jail. It is Billboard's top 75 movie songs of all time. It is dictated specifically by their particular algorithm. So there's a lot of metrics that go into it, but it's specifically songs and how they've performed on the Billboard Top 100 list. Autumn asked a really good question, like, why not an even 100? We wanted to go from a list
that already exists.
that already existed and had like data to support it, because if we try to put together the top 100 songs, like it would take
That's
forever.
work, and we're not doing it.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Billboard
We
is
comment
the
on
metric.
work people have done already.
Other people have done. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we comment how bad the work that they work so hard on is.
You know what? It's funny you asked.
I was actually thinking,
Yes.
it is, so it's good to see you guys all. So we're going to go from number 75 to number 65 today. We've been
Which is
all of us have
11.
been, which is
So,
11.
like, it's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, well, we'll start there. I'm
Sure.
I'm doing it that way so that by the time we get to the end of it,
Yeah.
it really is just a top 10. So,
Okay.
Don't want to check that math, please.
I was
But
gonna say, okay.
before we start, let's say hello, Tenchi, Steve, Laura,
Dwayne.
Gracie, Alexis,
Yep.
Toy Quest. What's up, guys?
Lisa.
What's going on over there? We've got, let's see, you got Dwayne's here. Dwayne's
Great.
our
Wayne knows
our-
about purple ketchup. He knows.
Yeah, he does. Of
Yeah.
course.
14.
I can't
Hello.
believe you've tried it.
14. What's up, man?
Anybody remember Romper Room? I see you, Pete. I see you. No, I think it's just me.
No.
I remember Romper Room. I just don't
Steve
want to talk
and
about it anymore.
14 and Laura, I see you.
Is this going to be the whole show?
Yes.
You guys are going to make obscure references of things that happened in the 70s.
Steve wants us to do all
80s.
75.
I
I think
mean-
we can do it if we just list them and then go.
Boom.
Yeah.
Bye. We can. You know how quick we can knock that out. But yeah, we're going to comment on them, and then we're also going to talk about our favorites from this first 11, our least favorites,
Yeah.
and then also just some obscure lyrics. And all
Boy,
kinds
howdy, is there a least
of
favorite on
stuff
there?
that we've gone through.
Oh,
So, Autumn,
Let's start with
Alex, any other-
75.
Any other housekeeping we need to get through before we get going, or do we want to just hit it?
Well,
We good?
what we could do is we could tell people to like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe. And hit the notification bell if you hadn't, guys. We really appreciate it. We're almost at, I think we're almost at like 300. How many people? Like 300 people in the group.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 200 an amount. And we're
Yeah.
almost
What
at
group?
200
Are you
subscribers
talking
on
about
YouTube.
our Facebook
Fandom
group?
Socialites.
Fandom
Yes,
Socialites?
thank you.
Oh.
I clearly I've lost my edge.
Yeah.
And we are almost at 200 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're not subscribing on
Get there.
YouTube, grab your toddler's iPad
Yeah.
and subscribe.
Yeah.
It is not all ages. So I
When
mean,
you're
if
at the
fine
grocery
with that-
store, just go up the line and be like, "Excuse me," and I see your phone, and subscribe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do
someone-
that to people that I meet.
Yeah.
If you see somebody like, and they're like, "Hey, can you take a picture of me?" Be like, "Yeah, hold on, I can't figure out this camera." Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Follow.
Follow.
Like, comment. Take a selfie of yourself, which is what I always do. I always take
Yeah.
a selfie of myself so they know who took the picture.
Me and Autumn are going to be looking through the metrics in like 6 months. And we're like, why are there like 400 people following us in Ireland?
Yeah.
So weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, Steve has a question. What is the time frame for these 75 songs? It's what Billboard decides is their top.
So I wanted to read. They had a very specific description for this, and I think it's
You want me to read
important
it?
to understand these. And we'll read it a few times. Or Alex, do you want to read it? It's right there up top.
Well, I have
Few
it.
times.
I have it there that says, it's in our sheet. Oh my god.
Yes.
This ranking is based on actual performance on the weekly Billboard Hot 100 chart. Songs are ranked based on this is where it gets confusing. It's math. That's why I'm glad we're not doing it. An inverse point system with weeks at number 1 earning the greatest value and weeks at number 100 earning the least. To ensure equitable representation of the biggest hits from each era, certain time frames were weighted to account for the difference between turnover rates from those years.
Right.
This list includes
So
only
the question
the
is,
renditions.
answer is, we don't know.
We have no idea. The list includes only the renditions that were recorded for films or first released for a film. Because sometimes,
Right.
with the film.
and by the way, I gotta say, I think, and I'm not gonna say it yet, but I feel like there was a movie. It's not even on here. There's a song that's not on this list that I was absolutely shocked.
Yeah, which
So-
we will get into because me and Autumn.
I don't trust any inverse list.
Smart.
So
You have to read it upside
yeah,
down.
so if
Because
a song existed before and a movie just used it, it's not going to be on this list.
It doesn't
has to be
count. Yeah.
created for. Okay.
Because they used an example of Leanne Rhymes and how can I
Yes.
live without you? Like it's a great song and it obviously it skyrocketed the charts, but it was released before and then it was used in the film.
Right.
So,
So it
these
predated
are all
the film.
films that were created specifically for the movie or they were released in conjunction with the movie.
Yeah.
That
So
actually
very
that makes
specific
sense for the
system.
song that's
Yeah.
missing, because "You Could Be Mine" by Guns N' Roses was a huge hit. Huge, but it did come out on the album did release, I think, before Terminator 2, which it was huge.
I've never heard of any of those bands or movies, so but
Or 1982.
didn't exist.
was
I didn't come into the world
1992.
until 1993, so nothing before that.
So-
Is important. That's when the world started, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's get started.
Let's get
with
into it.
Number 75. Again, this list is available for everyone. We're just we want to walk everyone through it. Let's start with number 75, "Up Where We Belong" by Joe Cocker and Jennifer Varnes. Is it Varnes or Varnes?
I think it's Warnes.
Varnes. It was released with An Officer and a Gentleman in August 1982. The movie starred
So
Richard
dramatic.
Gere, Deborah Winger, David Keith, Louis Gossett Jr., and is directed by Taylor Hackford, who also did Blood and Blood
Louis Gossett Jr.
and Ray. Rest in peace.
And there is
Joe Cocker.
not Joe Cocker. John Belushi's best Joe Cocker. But yes, here's Joe Cocker and Warren's together. But I mean, if you haven't watched his Joe Cocker performance, it is
so funny.
spectacular to the
I
point
bet
that
it's.
you've never seen it, Autumn?
I've never seen it either.
I feel like it's been a long. I mean, I have seen it, but it was like so long
And, like,
ago.
Joe Cocker came and did like a duet with him as him being Joe Cocker.
Remember
And, like,
Michael
they both-
McDonald and Jimmy Fallon did Michael
Oh.
McDonald?
I've seen that one.
So it's like that.
Well,
I highly recommend it if you get it when you get a chance later.
one of the elements of this entire list when we go through these, this is going to be multiple episodes, by the way,
Yeah.
to the chagrin of Steve. But we cannot play the songs because they will,
Right.
the video will be taken down.
So
So
best impression.
we can always
We're gonna sing it.
hum them, or most of you may know what they are, but this song specifically, again, used for Officer and a Gentleman. When I was looking it up,
Yeah.
it's used at the end, the very tail end of
Yeah.
the credits. The
When he
instrumental
carries
plays
her
for like
away.
4 minutes, and then it ends, and then the credits. I was like, man, they don't make
Let's just look at this
movies.
poster again.
Exactly, they don't make movies like that anymore.
No.
Also, if you ever want to watch the trailer for this movie. I have not seen An Officer and a Gentleman since I was like 12, and that my dad made me watch it, and I was watching it while probably playing with my Game Boy, and I was like, I don't remember a lot of this. I don't remember Richard Gere looking so unlovable. Truly,
I'm actually
It's the
going
worst
to
I've ever
grab
seen him
this trailer and see
He
if I can play it.
definitely his peak was definitely many years after that.
Yeah. He aged like a fine
Although
wine. Before that,
American
he was like
Gigolo-
an IPA.
Was good.
Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Caught in a trap.
My
I
dad
can't
had like
hold
3
back.
cars. My dad used to build and sell lowriders, and he bought 3 of them for American Gigolo. So 3
That's
of his,
amazing.
hmm
I love that movie.
That
And that's
is
it. That's my only contribution to that movie. But yes, so with this
Okay.
movie,
Stream it on Max.
Up Where We Belong by Joe Cocker and Jennifer Varnes.
So
Now, for people who don't know, and they may be unfamiliar with it, can I do my version?
yes. We just said we can't
That's
play the
good.
song, Alex.
That was
It's too exact. Right?
whoa.
yeah.
It's like I'm there.
Yeah.
You
This-
go, yeah.
Yes.
So the Simpsons where Homer carries Marge. You go,
Yes.
Homer. You go. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that.
You know, the funny thing is, even though this is where the movie,
Sorry.
this is
did
where
it.
the song made its debut, I and I saw this movie, a million years ago when it came out. But this song will always be I will always associate it with Moulin Rouge, Elephant Love Song, because it's one Baz Luhrmann took all of these key lyrics from all of these love songs, and this was like one of the peak moments of that song, and this was those particular lines. So like, it's legendary. That bit of lyrics.
It is.
Where the eagles fly.
Okay, can we talk about the lyric? So we had a whole
Yeah.
thing, and I dropped it on the team like really quickly. I was like, okay, we're gonna pick our favorite, our least favorite, and I was like, what about our the dumbest lyric? Because a lot of these are very specific to the movie.
Kazoos.
I have a kazoo. Oh, it's in the other
Of
room.
course, you have a kazoo. And we watching this, and I was like, up on mountain high where eagles cry. I was like, what is this
No.
lyric?
It's talking
Don't you know
about
where eagles
that's
cry?
love. Love lifts you up so high that you are above a mountain to where eagles are up above that mountain. I mean,
Crying.
that's how high.
Well,
Yeah.
not like
It's the
not
eagle
like
crying that does
They're
it.
not like,
I get it.
they're not
That they're all
crying,
single.
like
They're all single. They're all like incel eagles. that are like so
Incel
happy.
Eagles is the name of my
Keyboards.
band.
Oh.
keyboards, or they're like typing angry letters to owls. They're like commenting on owl.
We're never gonna get through
Owl
this show.
They're starting up for
We're on
owls.
Instagram.
On Instagram,
They're like, oh, I hate you.
Twitter.
Oh.
Ha!
Oh,
Boo!
Owlstagram is better.
Life in the fast lane. But it is, this is the dumbest lyric I've ever heard. And I was just like, you know what, Joe Cocker? I kind of like the song. And there's some interesting notes he pulled from it as well. It won it won Best Original Song at the 1983 Oscars. It was huge.
Pretty banging.
Like the song was
Yeah.
huge. Song was everywhere.
Yeah, I love that song. I love all the lyrics. I've always loved that song. It's great.
It's weird because like it's a song that normally, like to me, like the grumpy Alex who doesn't like anything would be like, "Rah." But for some reason it's on. I'm just like, yeah, man, love this
Yeah.
kind of stuff where we belong, bro.
Yeah.
Alex, it tickles that same itch when you walked out of Wonka and you're like, why am I so happy?
Yeah, exactly. I loved it. I feel so full of Christmas spirit. I want to die.
It's like Oscar the Grouch being happy because he's mad, but that makes him happy because he's mad,
Right.
which makes him happy because he
Very
likes to be
confusing.
mad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's you.
Well, we I understand. I know what crying eagles means. I just think it's silly
Funnier.
in general.
I think it's funny that they're
It's
incels.
amazing.
Incel Eagles opening up alongside Ethnic Snowstorm, which is the band that we were told we formed on them, and we only play in the most racist parts of America. All right, so it's written by Jack Nietzsche, Buffy St. Marie, Will Jennings. The movie finished behind E.T. and The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. During that time frame, but it did win out in the month of September.
Autumn
And
is
Hackford,
furiously
Taylor
typing
Hackford, who is the
Whorehouse in
Yeah.
Texas.
Taylor Hackford, who's the director, said he was curious about this duo performing it because it emulated the on-screen duo of Joe Cocker is this
Yeah.
rough and tumble, grumbly man,
Yeah.
like Richard Gere and
So
It's got
Rowena.
it's the same vibe as Air Supply's All Out of Love. You know what I mean? It's that same, it's the same vibe. And I love
is.
those kind of songs, like super cheesy 70s
ballads.
vibe.
And
I also
you grew
love
up on-
Bread and Ambrosia and like Wildfire. Like,
Oh, I was like, are you just naming food now?
yes.
It's like you're starting to mix up bands and food again in your brain.
I love
Yeah,
all
I
that
will.
stuff.
I will say, I hate that I like it.
It's like this is an Ethnic Snowstorm cover band.
Or parody band, like it's a real
A parody band.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I don't
that's-
want to
I
like
want
it.
to
and
see
I
the
like it.
Incel Egos band logo. I really want to see that.
Oh my god!
I think
So
it's fun.
Need an artist.
Someone
The
please
wings
make
are like
some-
this.
It's like an eagle pushing up its glasses, going like,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just an eagle on Reddit.
100%.
I'm gonna hire-
I earned that. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you did.
hire a graphic artist to make us
Yeah.
logos for Incel Eagles
for all of our
Oh.
fake band names.
or all of it.
Alexa reminded me because she's talked about Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and
Alexa,
that
your
also came
Amazon
out.
thing, or
That was
Alexa's the
a
person in the
great
group?
soundtrack. No, that was a
Best Little
that
Whorehouse in Texas?
soundtrack, yes, it's such, and that's where I Will
don't know
Always
it.
Love You was first debuted. The
Right,
one that
because of the
Whitney Houston
cover.
covered. It was in
Yeah.
that. That's where she debuted that in that movie. And man, there's great. You guys listen to the soundtrack for Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. It's amazing.
I'm
Why don't we
gonna
wait till it's
Google
on our
it on
list?
a work computer. All right, let's move to
Okay.
number 74, everyone.
We're never
At number
gonna get through this
nope,
list.
it's okay. That's why I only picked 11, and we're not doing all 75.
Mm-hmm.
So, sitting at number 74, we've got the theme from Shaft by Isaac
Shut your
Hayes.
mouth.
I love that's my favorite thing about that whole thing. But we got to get to first. Let's talk about the mob wanted Harlem back. They got Shaft up to here. Now there's so much. That's
There's a
what she
lot
said.
in there.
There's so much in that movie. There's so much like it's just straight up no nonsense. And they got Isaac Hayes,
Man.
pre-chef. This is obviously pre-chef days from South Park. But Isaac Hayes did this song, and it is legendary music.
So, Shaft came out in the 1971, starring Richard Roundtree, Moses Scott, Charles Coffey, Greg Golden Burks, who did It Feels So Good Talk. Fantastic film, as well as Malcolm X. Ironically, Isaac Hayes only
Pre-chef,
agreed.
but still cooking.
Nice. Honestly, it's all them chains. He looks so
Yeah.
good. He wore that same thing when he performed it at the
He
Grammys.
wore that at the grocery store.
Everywhere. Why wouldn't you? It's hot. It gets hot.
Yeah.
And you don't want anything to get caught. Isaac Hayes won for Best Song for that year. But he
Nice.
didn't win for Best Dramatic Score. And the song made Hayes the first Black composer to win an Oscar for Best Original Song. Back in this, that would be the 72 Oscars. And
It's the year I was
ironically,
born.
shut your mouth. And Isaac Hayes only agreed to do the song if they would like give him the lead role or let him audition. And then he wrote the whole song and then they gave it to Richard Roundtree instead. But I mean,
Let him
it was the right
audition.
call. It was the right call.
Yeah.
He did
Richard
say
Roundtree was
play
incredible.
or audition, so
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a. It's been like parodied everywhere from like
it's been a
Friends.
parrot.
It's been a
Yes.
parrot once or twice.
Uh-huh.
Everywhere
Shut your
from
mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Autumn. In another life, you will be a parrot. I've decided that's what you'll be reincarnated
Just a
as.
foul-mouthed parrot.
And when you're at the pearly gates and they're like, a parrot, is that like
Yes.
good
I mean, yeah,
or
a blue
bad?
one, please.
And they're like, honestly, we have no idea what to do with you.
Just please leave.
Please go sit
be
in
a
a bird
parrot.
cage in Tallahassee.
This is a heaven. Okay, this is a Wendy's heaven.
Someone's
This is the good place.
This is the good place. Yep. And
Favorite lyric.
we were listening. Shut your mouth. We were listening.
Aren't you glad
to,
I'm back?
No. As I was walking back getting my mail, this song started playing, and I told Aunt, I definitely started walking differently.
Yeah, you feel so cool listening to this song, no matter
I
what
know.
you do. Like, I'm putting coins in my sleeves. Shut your mouth. You know, like I'm in
I'm
I just
folding my
remember-
laundry.
shut your mouth.
I'm going to use my one bad word early, but I do remember as soon as like the
Uh-huh.
it kicks in, I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. I know
Yeah.
exactly what this is. I felt so good.
Yeah.
There was
And that's
this
why
like
it's the
11-year-old
perfect song.
eyeing me, and I was going to go drop kick him.
And it's funny because it's like, did the movie make the song feel more badass? Did the song make the movie feel more badass? It's kind of like
this
it's
Circle
symbiotic.
of life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
That was one
symbiotic.
thing that I was looking into when I was like researching some of these songs, because a lot of these came out before. I haven't seen all of these movies. I've seen at least so far pretty much everything on our list now, but not everything that's going to be on our list. And the reason that these songs are on here and they're so prolific is like the movie is drastically different without the song for all of these. I've gone through most of these. There's some that get in the middle once we start getting into the 40s and 50s, and I'm like, you can take it or leave it. But Shaft, if
These
you
are like
watch,
integral parts of the movies. Yeah.
and it's the intro to the film. If you watch it and that's
Yeah.
not there, it's an entirely different set piece.
Now I want to put that movie on.
Please read that out loud. I can't
Alex
get through it.
hires a graphic artist to create an incel eagle. Artist returns an image of Sam the Eagle from
I
the
mean,
Muppets, which is
No
very
lie
accurate.
detected. Yeah.
No lie detected.
I think he is an incel eagle.
Yeah, he is.
You are all weirdos. But Yeah, no, it's gonna be like now. I would love to just watch Shaft, but like not have that music play and just play
Yeah.
like the Muppet Show theme. Like,
Well,
or like,
don't do get things started.
yeah, like I just want to put like a completely different song on.
It's like the
you know?
Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Oh, what was our thing, by the way? I got to go back and watch some of our shows because we came up with a new one and I forgot what it was.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, so I
Someone
gotta go
will
back.
remind us.
Yeah.
Someone
Believe it or
remind
not,
us.
we've already done almost like 40 of these. So,
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to
it'll-
get through them.
we'll circle back. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 73. It is Exhale, Shoop
I
Shoop
loved that movie.
by
I
Whitney
love that
Houston from the
song.
movie Waiting to Exhale,
Mhm.
released in Waiting to Exhale from December 1995.
Which is obviously a really big comedy because
Houston, Angela Bassett,
Yeah.
Loretta Devine, and directed by Forrest Whitaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. I've never seen this film.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay. This has
I've
the
never seen
iconic moment
Here's
that you
what-
might have seen of the woman walking away from the car as it setting it on fire behind her. It's her husband's car who cheated. And she's just like throws all his stuff in the car, sets it on fire, and walks away. And it's like,
yeah.
It's got the
Good for her.
vibe
Good
of
for her.
it's so good. It's such a good movie,
Yeah, you gotta
and
do
her
it.
music, like you said, 100% like made was so
You could do
integral
it the
to.
Lucille Bluth version. Good for her. Good for her.
I never cared for Job.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it's. I never saw the movie, but I understand what the movie's about, and
Yeah.
and I respect.
It's a great
it.
movie.
And-
Yeah.
but I
I
gotta
mean, it was
say-
so many things are predicated on it now, like so many of those like tropes that were built. It was actually
Yeah.
not reviewed very well. The song
Yeah.
was beloved, but like it didn't. It
Yeah.
tanked. Like a lot of these tanked.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I thought it was
I
fun. I thought it
love
was a great movie.
Whitney Houston, by the way. I gotta say, do not like the song.
Oh,
And I
really?
listened to it like 6
I
times.
really liked it.
Okay.
I listened to it 6 times. I was like,
It's a whole vibe. I really like it.
I know,
Yeah.
but I just didn't feel the vibe, and I was upset because I was like, oh, Whitney Houston, mad respect, and
It might be because I'm attaching it to the movie and like
Yeah.
what was happening in the movie. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
a little bit of
Can you
bias.
describe very briefly where this is put into the movie? Because I think that's also
No, I
important.
can't.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you
can't
understand.
remember.
Oh, okay. Because I do think that is important to understand where some of these songs played into. Like some of these are
Yeah.
like intro songs. Some of them are used into the
In the
trailer.
film,
Like
yeah.
this one, I couldn't find. So I
Yeah.
couldn't see specifically where this song was played. Maybe someone who's seen it can remind me. But most of these, they played a very particular part that
Yeah.
helped make the movie and thus
Yeah.
the song.
I can't remember. All I know is like I hear the song, I see the movie. You know what I mean? That's attached
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
film. But I couldn't remember where it was. But yeah.
Yeah. So so that's sitting at number 73. Also, I always forget the way Houston acted.
Oh yeah. The
Like-
Bodyguard. And
Well, yeah, like I mean,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, it feels like one-offs to me, but I was like, she had a whole career.
yeah.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
not only it's like Michael Jordan. Like, oh yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Jordan played baseball. Like,
Yeah.
it was like,
well,
one of the-
I
was
mean,
like, oh,
that
yeah,
wasn't a whole career. That was a very short career.
he still
Uh-huh.
played.
It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, she was.
More than I
I
played.
watched the trailer for all these. Yet, never too late, Autumn.
I feel like it is.
Now I want to know how long
I
was Michael
mean,
Jordan playing
I
baseball
could
for?
play baseball because I'm all set with my uniform.
I know. Did you like that I teed that up
Like
for you?
it?
And that's also
There you go.
another.
Oh, that's
baseball
a baseball
pun.
term. Yeah, this is my new hoodie that I just got, and I love it.
Honestly,
Okay.
that is a pretty dope hoodie.
It is.
And
Oh, I can't
yes,
even see it because I'm.
dang, Steve, you beat me by 1 second.
Steve?
The song was written by Babyface as well. He wrote a few songs on this list.
Steve, stop
I think
cheating.
Yeah.
I think he may be one of the more featured producers on this list. It's a blast, truly. So,
Steve is disqualified from winning. He's been cheating.
yep, basically
Yep.
the entire time.
By actually
right.
doing the thing that we want everyone to do, which is play along with it.
I know. That's not sorry. I like when you play along, but I don't like when you play better than us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get it right.
All right, so moving on to number 72 is Don't Worry,
Oh.
Be Happy
Boop, boop, boop,
by
boop.
Bobby McFerrin from the film Cocktail from July 1988, starring Thomas Cruise, Brian Brown, Elizabeth Shue, directed by Roger Donaldson, who also did
Mm-hmm.
Species and The Recruit. The song Replace Sweet Child of Mine is the number one song at the time when it was released. So,
By the way,
suck it.
look at
Axl
Bobby
Rose.
McFerrin.
Yeah.
What an adorable and handsome human being.
Yes. Yes.
I know.
And I loved the song when it came out. And then like
I
he
hate this
made
poster
every single
so much.
sound on that song. Like
Mhm.
all the beats are made by him and everything. It
Do
was fun.
do 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 do
Uh-huh.
do 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 do.
Yeah, but even like, yeah.
Those are the lyrics. Those are great lyrics.
They are.
Ba-boom, ba-boom,
Um,
ba-boom.
I believe I didn't write it down, but he's also the only artist ever still
In your
to be
life.
featured at #1 and also win a Grammy for an
Mhm.
acapella song. Because technically it's acapella. There's no one else
Yeah.
on the song.
Yeah. It's only him.
Um,
And you know, in your life, you'll have some trouble, but if you worry, you'll make it double. Why
Give
is
me your
it?
that's
phone number.
right.
Give me your phone number.
Give me a call. I'll make you
And
happy.
the thing about that is that people say that all the time is when you worry, you suffer twice. Now he just made
Yeah.
it more fun to say that same
Yeah.
depressing
Like, don't
statement.
worry. Be happy.
Be happy. What
Like,
I love
thanks,
is like,
depression. Bobby
you call me.
McFerrin said, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Just maybe try
Um,
going for a walk. Okay.
Have you ever tried not being sad?
Yeah.
Just listen to Bobby McFerrin.
Just try.
give me
The-
a number.
I-
When you worry,
I
call
had-
me. I make you happy.
So I mean, like everyone. So I've
I'll make you
I've never
happy.
seen Cocktail either. Not a movie. Not a
Oh.
not a Tom Cruise movie that I've
It's
ever
not
watched.
good. It's
Oh, I know.
not good.
It's got a real bad rating.
You're okay having not seen it.
I
You're
know.
probably better
Can I bring up this poster
for
again?
not seeing.
This
Yeah.
poster, just this poster, makes me
Yeah.
so angry. And like,
He looks
I
like a
just-
magician.
Yeah,
I-
when he pours, he rains.
He rains.
Get
I
out
love
of
it.
here.
Okay.
Get
So
away.
I just heard on the podcast I'm listening to that Rob Lowe based Chris Traeger on Tom Cruise in real life and Kenny G in real life. That's where he got Chris Traeger. That Tom Cruise, he said, is very specific and he speaks specifically. And he said he went with him to get some food, to get lunch. And he said, I like a glass of water. I would like it to be cold. I would like ice in it. And I would like a straw.
Yeah.
So that's where he got that. And Kenny G apparently is just
If the
everything
ice
he
is
comes
on the
across.
side,
Yeah.
I'm sending it
Take
back.
it back.
I would
Kenny
send
G
it
is
back.
just relentlessly positive and everything it comes across is just amazing. He's like, wow, the weather today is really great. And like, your sweater is amazing. Like,
And it's
your
also an
sandwich-
amalgamation of both
Yeah,
of
and he
them.
put
That's
them
great.
together. And then he said he eventually lost the Tom Cruise intensity and just stuck with a little sprinkle of Tom Cruise and mostly Kenny G. So that's all I think of now when I see
Yeah.
Tom Cruise
That
is
is-
Chris Traeger.
Greatest idea I've ever heard in the entirety
Literally?
of my life.
Yes.
Literally,
Yeah.
the entirety.
I'm glad he
of
dropped
human
it because
existence.
Tom Cruise
Yeah.
always sounds and talks like he's
So-
wearing a wire, like trying to
Yes.
get the mob to confess to something. So
That's why he has to order his water specifically, or he's sending it back.
Yeah,
The
I want it in
sauce
a
on
glass.
top. In a glass. So not in a glass.
So,
Sending it
Yeah.
back.
with
If you
this
hand
song-
me a handful of water, I
will
don't
send
want
it
it.
These imaginary scenarios are the funniest thing that I've been dealing with literally my entire day.
Literally.
literally
Literally.
my entire life.
Continue.
This
Sorry.
was my least favorite song of the entirety
Ah.
of the bunch.
No,
Really?
come on. There is
Until
something.
I
I was
watched
going to
the
say.
music video
Oh, the music video.
with
What's his
Robin
music video?
Williams.
Yes,
and
it's great.
and Bill Irwin. I was like,
It has
Bill
the same
Irwin?
vibe as "You Can Call Me Al" with Chevy Chase. It's that
Yeah,
same.
Chevy Chase is a jerk.
You haven't
but-
seen that, Paul?
no.
Okay, watch the music
When
video
did
for
it
"You
come
Can
out?
Call Me Al." I don't know, 80s. Just
There you
it's
go.
so fun.
There's
You
your
have to
sign.
watch it. Yeah, it's Paul Simon and Chevy Chase, and they're in this music video together, and it's great. But yeah, this video is great too.
Yeah,
Much
this
better
one
than
is-
the movie.
Yeah, apparently much better than the movie.
1986.
Way better.
Watching the or listening to the song multiple times, and I was like, it just annoyed me. But I think I'm just like maybe
More so
I'm a
than
little-
the next song? Like more than the next song. Come on. That's
So
I guess
that's
it's
a
relentlessly
great
positive.
transition. Let's move into number 71, which
oh
is
God,
Theme
please
from
no.
Mahogany. Do You Know Where You're Going To by Diana Ross from the film Mahogany, starring Diana Ross, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Perkins, and directed by Mr. Barry Gordy.
Do you know
Um,
how bad the song is?
This is my least
Horrible.
favorite song now.
Yes.
This
Man, it's boring.
It's so
Like,
boring.
Is well, that's the thing. Like, you know, Diana Ross is not really in my tops, right? It's actually in my mother. She's in my mother's tops. You know, of like favorite like artists. She's like my mother
Oh.
loves Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Even like they wear the same clothes.
Yeah, they wear the same clothes. This is how my mother dresses all
Yeah.
the time.
She should pull her
busy,
dress up a
but-
little, and she doesn't have to.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, and this is the dress. Look at it. It
Oh,
looks pretty good in
it's
animation.
That's a
amazing.
great poster, though.
I mean,
It
she
is a
looks.
fantastic
She's an icon. She looks
Yeah.
amazing,
But
and her voice is
such a-
insane. But
Ugh,
the song
song.
is.
Such a
The movie unanimously, this movie has the lowest Rotten Tomato score of all our movies, sitting in 29%. But the critics
Yeah.
love the song, and they're like, Diana Ross is incredible. But yeah, someone can remind me. It'll be one of the more youthful people watching, whoever you are. But this song was either all over, like, take like the intro, like do 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 do, like that part was like sampled either in like a rapper's recent song, or it was all over TikTok. But
It
I was
can't
like,
have been on
oh,
TikTok. It's such an awful. It's such a depressing death march of a song. It's just like. It just goes on for so. It feels like it's 20 minutes long.
I
It's
would love
just-
if we started. You know, when you watch a movie and it says like Monkey Man, an exhilarating gut punch by Variety, like that's what we should do for songs, and it just says theme for Mahogany, a death march of a song,
never
Autumn
ending death
Gladding
march.
song.
Metro Boomin in
Right.
2017 sampled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he did with a
That
21
might be
Savage
something.
song. Yeah. So, or Killer Mike. Yeah, it might have been Killer Mike, but
I'll listen to it and see if they did any better with it than she did. They had to. Have.
it
Couldn't
is.
be
It is
worse.
a lot more fun.
Couldn't be worse.
Pfizer Lambda Delta. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
No. We're getting
Also
further
so-
away from it. So, yeah. Again, I don't have a lot of notes for this one because, like, this particular song, like, I kind of breezed by it. I was like, oh, this is
so
also
sad.
Autumn, like you, the only song that I skipped.
Skipped. I heard the one time. I'm like, okay, got
yeah,
it.
one time all the way through. I skipped
Only
it.
because
and then
it was our assignment, and that was
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
I listened to Bobby McFerrin like once, and I was like, oh, never again. Like,
I
it
love
bothered
that
me.
one. Boop, boop, boop,
And then
boop, boop.
after the give me your phone number. Jesus, this guy's making a lot of demands. You know that
Give
that
me a
does not
call.
make me
I'll
happy.
make you
That makes
happy.
me stressed, Bobby.
If you worry, you call me. I make you happy.
make you happy.
It's fantastic. I love it.
I give you my number.
I give you a number. Call me. I make you happy. That sounds like an old Russian man who's like, no, you know, whatever. I'll call you. Call me. I'll make you happy. You say, no cry. No,
You
no
want
cry.
cell phone? You want cell phone? I make you happy. Take cell phone.
I
Take
make you
iPad. I'm watching Rami right now. I don't know if you guys have ever seen
Uh-huh.
Rami, the Rami Youssef show. And
Mm-hmm.
he goes to Egypt and he meets all his Egyptian cousins. And he brings an iPad. He's like, no, take Bengay. Bengay makes you happy. It fights demons. Take Bengay. Take the Bengay.
Fights demons.
Oh, it's hilarious. Ronowitz's escorts. I don't know. I don't even know what this is in reference to. We've got to
Oh, call
stop
me. I'll make
saying-
you happy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say
Where is this
We've-
coming from? Out of nowhere.
we've all been in trouble with this
from
before.
Greek wedding. It's okay, I make lamb.
It's okay. I make
Oh yeah,
It's okay, I
I'm a
make
make
vegetarian. It's okay. I make lamb.
You don't eat no meat?
What do you mean you don't eat no meat? It's okay. I make lamb.
Okay, I'll make Pepsi.
Now we're getting so far away from.
We
movies.
are.
That's okay.
Well, if you'd like to see what we had to say about my big fat Greek wedding, you can go onto our YouTube and see one of our older shows.
Yes.
I don't
You're
remember
already
the
here.
show
You
that
can
it was.
It was
can go
like
back.
top 5 rom-coms.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was our rom-coms
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, we had a
The
lot to
rom-com
say
episode.
about my big
So
fat
good.
Greek
Which I
wedding,
just watched that movie again this last weekend.
Ooh.
Again,
so
I've
good.
seen it like a few times a year.
I can always tell when you've watched it because you've put Windex in your hair.
Yeah.
Liza, I can't bring that comment up because of your typo.
We're really gonna get DCA stricken.
Nope.
Thanks, Liza.
Next one, next one,
All
next
right,
one.
let's. Yeah, because 70 is the most surprising to me for the fact that it's so high up. on the list.
So
so
low.
low.
I think it. I
So
think
low.
it has. Or yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
so low. But I think it's because it's aged well. That is number 70 of
And
I've
it's
had the
integral
time of
to
my
the
life
movie.
by
Ugh.
Bill Medley and Jennifer Varnes, who's on the list twice. Remember,
Mhm.
Jennifer
Here she is.
Yeah.
Varnes was on Up Where We Belong with Joe Cocker. So
Yeah.
this is, of course, from Dirty Dancing, starring Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, Jerry Orbach,
Look at her.
directed by Emil Artolino from
Yep.
Three Men and a Little Lady, which I've seen. I love that movie.
So many movies. Okay.
He's done so many
This-
movies.
This movie came
Autumn,
out in
have you ever heard the
1980s.
song?
This movie came out in 1987. I
Yeah.
was a sophomore in high school. So I watched, I absolutely
on.
became obsessed with this, as you would as a 15-year-old girl, and just watch it over and over and over again. I have the soundtrack, listened to it on cassette tape, listened to it over and over again until it warped, and then I had to go get another one because I listened to it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like
I get
the
that.
wind through my tree. Which I never understood that one. And it was Patrick Swayze singing it, which that's rare.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. It is
But this
it
is
won
the
tons of-
song that, yeah.
So for this movie, it won tons of awards, and I think the fact that it got to where it was is incredible because so many people passed up on having this song optioned to them. Donna Summer, Gladys Knight, and Hall & Oates all turned down a spot on this song because the main concern was they didn't like the title of the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't understand it. They didn't want to be associated with that.
It didn't
They
do
all had
well in the
certain
theaters
images.
because of it.
Nope. It bombed.
Yeah.
Truly, it bombed. It's ridiculous.
I got the VHS in 1988, and that was when I just watched it.
Yeah, just ran through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I was watching some stupid TikTok thing, and this reminds me of it. How like people would just hear the name of a movie and they get so offended by the idea of Dirty Dancing scares them so much.
R.I.P. Hall & Oates. They split. Why would you split now? Like they're
Yeah,
110 years old. Like what did they fight? What did they fight over now?
They split at their peak.
Yeah,
when all the kids were starting to get into them.
I went to go see them in concert, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and they're very old. And so it was them on stage, and they would sing a little bit, and their audiences are so intense. They would sing most of the song, and they would just go like this while the audience sang because they couldn't sing as well
They're
anymore.
decrepit. Yeah, they're decrepit.
Yeah. And so, like, the whole thing was just me watching a bunch of people sing their songs while they're up there just...
Do you want to laugh, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Speaking
was a
of
hall raiser.
notes, is that when I went to my cousin's house for the Seder, my hair wasn't out like this. It was my tight curls.
Yeah.
And my cousin asked, where's Hall? I feel like Oates is here. Where's Hall? And I was like, wow, thanks, guys.
That's a Hall & Oates joke.
Alexis, you are absolutely right. That's another reason why theaters didn't want to show it. People didn't want to, the movie, nobody wanted to be in the movie. The music they didn't want their music in the movie because there's a shmortion in there.
Schmortion?
Also,
you can say the word abortion out loud.
In a movie that we're going to be talking about
I don't know what YouTube has problems with. Go ahead.
Not us. Stay to our chest, YouTube. Autumn will fight you. Yeah, the most expensive night of karaoke you've ever been to. 100%.
Exactly.
Hundo P. Liza said I thought they were dead. Talking about Hall &
The
Oates.
thing is, instead of a karaoke singer at the front of the stage and the audience watching, it was the entire audience was the karaoke singing to two people.
Yeah. And they're like, huh?
What?
Can I show you my favorite Hall & Oates thing? Since
Yeah.
we're talking about it, and I just have to talk about it. This was on my list of things to do when you want to get away from your family. It is, there's Hall & Oates in the background as from Henry and Glenn Forever and Ever. The satanic
I've seen
cultists
you
in the
showed me this
background.
before.
Is that on your list of the best things in life?
Yes, that's definitely on my list of the best things in
You
life.
just
The best
this
things
is
in
why
life. We're not even talking about dirty dancing.
I don't ask Alex what's going on in his day to day.
Hey, what's going on?
Because I'm like, why is this satanic panic Hall & Oates comic being brought up? You never know.
Anyway,
but,
dirty dancing.
Anyways, back to this movie that we were talking about.
I
which
do
is
agree that
called
this song,
Dirty Schmortion.
this song is the movie. Like, this makes the movie. It's the moment of the movie.
It's the only thing I know about the movie. It's literally, I've never watched the movie.
It's in the water.
It's the only thing I know about it is this song.
Yeah.
I just know that nobody
Have you
puts
never
Baby
seen
in the
this?
corner.
I've
No.
never seen it.
Oh, even
I
I've
have a
seen
brand.
this. And it
I
came
have
out
a
like
new
200
sticker
years ago.
about Baby in the corner. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody. I know that nobody puts Baby in the corner, and I know that I've had the time of my life. That's literally all I know. But I haven't seen half the Brat Pack movies. I haven't seen Pretty in Pink or 16 Candles. No, I don't care about any of those things.
16 Candles is good. Pretty in Pink.
No, 16 Candles does not hold up. It's super terrible. Pretty in Pink's amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I'm on my way.
Split right down the middle. Just don't watch any of them. Just go watch Transformers: The Last Night again.
Just be done.
I put on that movie, and I because I have Apple TV Plus, and I was like,
can't do this right now.
I can't do it.
But fortunately, it says Hall has a restraining order on Oates after he allegedly attacked him for claiming he did all the songwriting. That is adorable because they're so old. It's kind of adorable.
Yeah, attacked him.
Like, why now?
And these like granola grandpas are fighting each other. Like, oh god. But yeah, this one is the more surprising of the list, sitting at number 70. Again, being so low. But
yeah,
there are more. I think there's another Dirty Dancing song on the list, but it's further down. But all right, moving on to number 69. It is Car Wash with the band Rose Royce. From the film Car Wash, of course, starring Richard Pryor, Franklin Ajay, and directed by Michael
George Carlin's in it.
The Last Dragon. Oh, is he?
George Carlin's in it. So is Jack Kehoe, Clarence Muse, the Pointers.
right
I'm just reading off the poster.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But here is a Rolls Royce, which, by the way, when you Google Rolls Royce, it tries to correct it to Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. I know.
And clearly they knew that. And, ahead of time, they're like, I know how to get all the Google clicks. Let's call ourselves Rolls Royce in the 70s so that in the future, we will get all the Google clicks.
They were very forward thinking. Wait, go back to the movie poster, and then one of you guys read the tag at the top.
Car Wash. Oh, go ahead, Alex.
Where between the hours of 9 and 5, anything can happen. And usually does.
But after 5, everyone's just super polite and sweet, and they go home.
Yes.
They read.
Though.
They pull the whistle, and then it's just like Bugs Bunny. I mean,
it's the little baby pterodactyl from the Flintstones.
No, I was thinking of Looney Tunes, where they fight all day, and then they.
Yeah.
I've also never seen this.
Card.
Have you seen this film?
I vaguely remember.
I have seen this film.
Okay, so Alex is
What
the
year did it
representative
come
of
out?
Car Wash.
When did it come out?
I saw it in high school.
77, yeah.
I watched it in high school, and to be
76.
fair, I was hallucinating at the time, heavily, so I don't remember it. I just remember this is weird.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, but
All the bubbles. I was like, bubbles.
It is definitely. Whenever the description, I watched the trailer, I was just like, you know what?
I'm good.
I guess we should support indie films.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think this movie could be remade.
I think it
I was
has.
thinking about it. I mean, it probably has been, but I think it could use a zhuzh.
I think that's okay with the story's been told and we're all good. We're all set.
Yeah, the story's been told about a bunch of people having a crazy party at a car wash.
More
Yeah.
Car Wash
2018, there was a remake.
2018.
Any more in the Car Wash extended universe would be great stories to have.
Oh, that's true.
Car Wash was
The
a remake.
CWEU.
It was it's a remake to plot the day in the life cult comedy focused on a group of friends. Sully's Boy. The movie gets 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is a lie.
How many people reviewed it?
I
Did
clicked.
anyone review it? Yeah.
I
One
clicked
guy.
a fake.
And
The
it's his
director.
mother, his mom.
Okay, number one, I feel like I clicked a fake link. Number
Yeah.
two,
a student film.
it seems like a comedy thing, but Christina Aguilera covered this song with Missy
Yeah,
Elliott.
she did. Yeah,
Right.
they did.
Yeah, for I wrote it down for Shark Tale.
Yeah.
It's in Shark Tale.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
that movie.
Yeah, that one, the car wash makes sense. Like, it's cute.
So
Whale
apparently
Wash.
it's already the remake is in the works, but that the last update was from 2016.
It
So
says
they made it.
the sequel is where the owner expands into a coin op laundry.
I'm
Vending machines.
I'm working my way through Breaking Bad, and I think Breaking Bad could have used this song when he buys
I
the car
think so.
wash.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Spoilers.
whoa.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what the fun about the song itself, right? Because we're talking about the songs. About the song itself, the song is memorable. Everyone remembers it. Everyone's heard it. Everyone's heard a piece of it in some commercial, in some car, in a TV show. So it's kind of like in like all of
in
our
the lexicon.
cellular memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is one of those unknown. It's one of those songs that's not unknown enough, like you're right, in the collective unconscious, to where you could hum it and you're like, oh yeah, like everyone knows it because it's just been in so many.
It's like the cool S. Everyone knows what it is.
Oh yeah,
Exactly, right? Didn't someone like trademark it recently because
they tried to
be billionaire?
Yeah.
I want a cool S on the moon. That's what I want to see. Great song. Again, another song that I listened to and was like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I get why this was so popular
At that time, yeah.
At that time, yeah. It
It's a
spent
bop.
1 week on at number one in the top
Okay.
Billboard or number
Yeah.
4.
I'll tell you.
Sorry.
That tracks.
But
And everything you see is colors and bubbles, and everything is just a great fun time. And music like this comes on, you're like, this is great. So that'll always stick in my-
Uh-huh.
that'll always be genetically tied into my DNA. If I hear this song, I'm like,
I've never seen Alex laugh like that, and it's kind of concerning me.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
again, that's 17-year-old out. No, 15-year-old out. Sorry.
Drugs. All right, so moving into
We're into my
number
nightmare, by the way, right now. This is
68. The song is Grease by Frankie
Yes!
Valli from the movie Grease,
It's
starring
the
John Travolta,
word, it's
Olivia
the
Newton-John, Stockard Channing,
Ooh,
directed by
it's the
Randall
word.
Kleiser, who also did Blue Lagoon and Flight of the
Look at
Navigator.
this guy.
Uh-huh.
It was written for the film, but was not in the stage production, so it's interesting.
You know what he looks like? He looks like if the salad is not on the side, he's sending it back.
I could probably get my hair.
I have to
Like,
tell you.
I could get my hair there.
Go on, do
I
it.
think you
Let's see
could.
if you do it.
I think you could.
I hate Grease so.
Oh, come on.
I don't get. Man, I've got to staunchly disagree with you.
I have a pink lady's jacket sticker on this laptop right now.
The 80s, man. The 80s was this thing of like everyone wanted to live in the 50s again. It was
Boo.
It was just
everyone
it
wanted
came
to
out
be in the 50s, and
Yeah.
everything was the
Yeah.
50s. And my parents
and the messaging
loved
was so
this.
terrible. Like
The-
just if you want to get the guy, just be sluttier.
Yeah,
And it works.
yeah,
Listen, everyone, that message
yeah.
still holds up. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
yeah. That's true.
It came
Tales
out when
old
I was 6. So by the time I
You
was
learned
in
a
like
lot, clearly.
yeah, like 5th grade. Well, I didn't see it in theaters because I was in a hippie commune at the time. But later on, when it came out on VHS or Betamax or whatever it was at the time, fell in love with it, loved it, watched it. I got the record album of it, and I listened to it over and over again, and I loved it.
Can I make a really messed up, offensive joke about you right now?
Sure.
We'll see what kind of
Okay,
delicate.
what was the
way
message of this movie?
Just be sluttier, and the guy will like you.
4 kids later, autumn planning.
Hey, obviously I know what I'm talking about.
At least 4
Grease-
times.
3. I got twins. I got a
True.
twofer. Grease was my High School Musical. It was
Get
my
out
like
of here, Steve. Just
High School
leave.
Grease
Musical was
too.
also your High School
I want
Musical,
a cool rider.
No.
Yes,
I
High
saw
School
Grease
Musical
once
was
and I'm
also my High School Musical. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne Madison says I was a beauty school
Yeah.
dropout. Fact.
They couldn't handle you.
I gotta say, yeah, I hate this. It reminds me of my cousins, and it reminds me of that my cousins just loving this, and my dad loving it, and my aunt and my uncle being like, "Oh, Grease," and I'm like, "You guys are so old. Can we just put on some death metal?" So
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you were the problem in this scenario.
I was the okay. I'm not saying I wasn't the problem. I'm saying I hate it. I'm not saying I'm not the problem in this.
I'm just gonna call it now. This is my favorite song of the bunch.
Really?
Yeah, and it just beat the next song, but it's
Okay.
like the next song I had heard like a ton, but I just love this song, like the composition of everything,
Yeah.
like just all the instruments individually are so good. And I was like, I forgot how much I like Frankie Valli's voice.
Just do
And
the
it
hair.
changes up at the end.
Yeah.
Alex,
got
you do
it's got
be a death metal
groove.
virgin, Grace.
It's got groove. It's got feeling. Come on.
I gotta
This
tell
is the
you.
word.
And as angry as I am, I don't hate this song as much as I hate the rest of the
Yeah,
movie and all the
that's
other
fair.
songs.
Mhm.
Because this is a groovy song. It's kind of like
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is another song that I feel like if anyone heard it, they would kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't speak about Gen Z, Gen A, but I feel like anyone up to millennial would hear this and just like recognize it,
Uh-huh.
because it's
Well-
been in a lot of stuff.
For sure. And the Hopelessly Devoted to You fits in that same up where we like love lifts us up where we belong kind of vibe. And I used to
Yeah.
belt that song out of tune relentlessly. I loved it.
When we were discussing this show, me and Daniel both had the same opinion. We're like, there's a lot of ballads on here. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell was
'Cause
happening?
Those fit really well with movies because they want to give that emotional punch maybe where it doesn't have it already. You know what I mean?
Those
Like if they're
movies.
not, yeah, if they're not pulling it off in the story, sometimes they throw in a song to get them there.
Yeah, they were fine. I remember
Yeah.
I really did like Grease after I watched it. I was like, okay, like I get it, like I get the hype,
Mhm.
but I remember this song very distinctly.
Yeah.
And yeah, the song holds up. Frankie Valli, the whole thing
Yeah.
holds up. Hmm.
Yep. Oh, Alexis, yeah, that's a solid one too. So is the worst. There are worse things I could do. Oh, so many good ones. Anyway, sorry, move on. Great.
Yeah, there are a
soundtrack.
lot. Man, yeah, there are a lot of good songs. Anyways,
Mhm.
So
all right, where are we? Oh, 67, baby. This is the one I've been excited for. But it did just get beat out because of one of the people who helped write the song. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, I feel a little icky. But it is Shake Your Tail Feather by Nelly, P. Diddy, and Murphy Lee from Bad Boys 2, starring Will Smith, Martin Lawrence,
Look
and
at those
Gabrielle
guys.
Union. Directed by Michael Elizabeth Bay from
Michael
2000
Elizabeth Bay.
Yeah.
from 2003. And Jerry Bruckheimer. Good for Jerry Bruckheimer. You never
Yeah.
know what you're going to get with him. Truly. But he knows how
So
to make
I did
connections.
2 versions here. This is my version here.
Didn't he
This is
do
mine.
Grease also?
These are our 3. Sorry.
Oh,
God.
that's great. I like this version more. This song, this is a part of my childhood. Now we're getting to like, I remember when my neighbor, me and Daniel have a friend who's a DJ, and he was growing up. He was my neighbor. He used to like he mixed this all the time, and he had to download the clean version of
Uh-huh.
it. And so you just get like large skips in the song. I just have a very fond memory of this song and of this movie. And Bad Boys 2 is much better than the like 33% or 41% Rotten Tomatoes.
That it got.
It's
Are
a
you sure?
good movie.
Are you sure it's
Okay,
not nostalgia? Sure you're not biased by your nostalgia?
No, I don't
Here's the
have
thing.
bias.
Autumn,
Okay.
I gotta say, I have
Yeah.
not seen Bad Boys 2. And this always got me. You ain't seen Bad Boys 2. Because Bad Boys 2 is apparently like a very high quality as
haven't.
far as action.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it either.
Mhm.
I want to see it. I haven't seen Point Break, but I don't want to see it. But I haven't seen this.
Break's not good.
But I want. It's on my list of things I want to see because they're all on streaming right now, and there's a 4th one coming out. So I need to. 5th one, 4th one,
Fourth Point Break.
4th. You know, there's a 4th. There's a 4th Bad Boy. This is the one where they drive cars into space, I believe. And for any Curb Your Enthusiasm fans out there, by the way, any Curb Your Enthusiasm fans out there, I started watching Bad Boys 1, and the guy who runs the desk at Will Smith's apartment building is Mocha
Oh.
Joe. Mocha Joe! Mocha Joe!
That's right.
So I was very excited to
I
see
haven't
Mocha
seen
Joe.
it in a
And
long
Mocha Joe was a scumbag even before he was Mocha Joe. Just want to say.
Born to be a
Oh my
scumbag.
gosh.
Yeah, it's the 4th one. And honestly, I watched the trailer the other day. I don't remember what movie I was watching, but like Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, it's like a timeless duo. It holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Very,
That's the
very
thing.
excited.
This is why I'm so mad that I've never seen this. I love Will Smith, which is like a weird thing to say, but I like watching Will
Yeah.
Smith movies. And I
I do too.
absolutely love Martin Lawrence. Like, I think
Yeah.
he is hilarious. I always have. It's a very, I don't know if that makes me weird, but I've always laughed at Martin Lawrence. I've always thought he was funny. So I don't know how I've not seen this movie.
Yeah, this seems like right in your wheelhouse there.
Yeah. And Mocha Joe.
Yeah. What's
I
not to
have-
like? Watch this then.
I have not seen Autumn so unwilling to participate in a song until this one. Like,
Really?
yeah, watch it. Mocha
It's
Joe.
fine.
Mocha
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. Mocha Joe.
Sounds
I think
great.
also this is the first one, the song that I was like, oh, this is for my generation. I was like,
Yeah.
this song I know. Everything else
And I don't hate it.
was in the 1900s.
Mm. Yeah, it was,
I don't
it's a
hate
fun
the
song,
song.
but I don't have a connection to it. But it's a fun song. But I don't like. I've forgotten it even existed until we listened to it. So
I'm upset. We should move on. But
Ooh, next one.
Oh, now we're
next,
this next one.
yeah, the next one is an interesting song. It is at number 66. It is "Change the World" by Eric Clapton from the movie Phenomenon, starring John Travolta, Kira Sedgwick, and Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker's on here twice already.
By the way,
as an actor.
both of these quotes are absolutely lies. So that's all.
2 thumbs up. The must-see movie of the year. National News
Absolutely.
Syndicate. And,
Yeah, Siskel and
this-
Ebert.
The movie that came out this year. And here is Eric Clapton.
That's a weird
and
picture of Eric Clapton.
I looked through hundreds of pictures of Eric Clapton. I was like, this is the
this
one.
one. He just
Look
looks
at
like
this
a.
stupid
He just
jacket.
looks like a. I don't know. It's called an English teacher for a 10th grade.
Yeah, he
looks
looks
like
like a
E.T.
divorced
dressed
like
as a
UFO.
Or he teaches Civ for 12th graders.
Yeah, he might.
No, I like Paul's idea that he looks like a UFOlogist. Look at that
He does.
jacket. What is that
Look
jacket?
at him.
What is he? And by the way, this isn't
Also,
the full picture.
so-
I cropped Bob Dylan out of it. You should see what Bob Dylan looks like.
You mean Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I please tell the fun fact that everyone's going to be blown away by? Like, they're not going to
Yes.
believe it.
All right.
Literally,
And
no
we've
one's going to
been-
care but me. But
And
Phenomenon.
11 people in your hometown.
yes, Phenomenon was filmed in my very small town of Auburn, California, where I grew up. And it has an old town area that is like from the 1800s when gold was discovered there.
You're from
And-
Auburn?
Yeah.
Your name's Autumn?
From
Not a lot
Auburn.
of creativity went into that.
Yeah,
huh?
nope. And so
Okay.
there's like all these, like all the areas, the houses, everything was all filmed around Auburn. And so when I've watched that movie a bunch of times just to go, oh, I know that place. Oh, I know that place. Yeah. So it was
was.
not, Steve, it was not filmed where I had the commune. That was in Colorado. It was when we moved and then we ended up in Auburn. And then I think we moved there when I was like 3rd grade, 4th grade, and spent the rest of my time there till I graduated high school and left forever.
It was a movie. It was
Yeah,
I think it was a terrible movie.
but it was.
It was
think
the movie
that-
event of the year, according to Siskel and Ebert.
Yeah,
No, they still
Two
gave it
thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. The
Yeah.
must-see movie
Purpose.
was National
but not
News
their
Syndicate.
thumbs, like someone else's thumbs.
Yes, someone's thumbs. John Travolta is there psychically forcing people's thumbs to go
It
up.
says taught Civ and was tapped to coach the volleyball team.
Can I just show, by the way, would you like to see Bob Dylan's outfit from that picture?
Sure.
Sure.
It's a look.
Whoa.
It looks like when Jerry's wife bought him a party shirt on Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I was saying, it looks like an alligator was like caught in the BP oil spill.
It was like the first time he got a stylist, and they just tried.
Like Bob Dylan finally took his glasses off and put a shirt on. Jesus.
It was
bad.
brutal.
He's
But yeah,
pointing
that
at
movie
two
was
Thetans. I was doing my best not to make any Scientology jokes, but
Yeah.
appreciate it, Steve.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
what a
man.
movie. What a movie.
Yeah.
It
Also another movie
was.
I've never seen, but I know how it ends because it's terrible.
Yeah.
So now you
it-
should watch it just to see my hometown. Thanks.
This is kind of the only reason I would ever watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole scene where he's talking about if they rearrange the lines in the parking lot, they can get like 3 extra spaces, and it's a parking lot outside of a restaurant that they turn into a bar. And I'm like, I've been there a million times. I know exactly what parking lot, and I wonder if they did rearrange it afterwards to make it more
If
seats,
that's
to
like
make more cars
the elevator pitch for this movie, we got parking spots.
fit. Okay.
More,
We can
and John
get more.
Travolta also has powers. Like,
Yes.
all right, here's $80 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's a brutal
Oh.
watch, to be honest. Especially when you get to the end.
Yeah.
It's fine. Unfortunately, John Travolta survived and became a Scientologist. So, all right. Our last song at number 65 is "Here
And
Comes
by the way,
the Hot Stepper."
Never even heard of this
Yep.
movie.
Me neither.
Oh, Pret-a-Porter.
I think it's
Pret-a-Porter.
Porter. Amose is how it's pronounced. From Ready to Wear, starring Sophia Loren, Julia Roberts, Marcello Mastroianni.
So many people. Kim Basinger was in that. Lauren
many
Bacall.
Tim Robbins,
So many people.
Anouk Engelman.
Ruben
Forrest
Everett.
Whitaker.
Yeah.
Tracy
So
he's in-
Ullman.
Yeah, because
3.
he was also in what's it called? Phenomenon.
In Phenomenon, and he directed. Where is it?
The-
He directed.
yeah, Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker. Clean
knew
it
it
up.
Was he in
gonna be-
Cocktail?
Yeah.
Was he in Cocktail?
Yeah, he played the main character. He played Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
No, that's not. That's
But anyways, yeah, Forrest
American
Whitaker must have a
Gangster.
lot of music connections too, because he's in everything.
He might be.
Because he was in the movie that I just rewatched, The Arrival, which has an amazing score
Oh, yeah, it
from a
does.
movie
The
score.
Arrival. Oh, Oh, the Garland?
Yeah.
Joe, you know, whatever his name is, Johansson Jorgensen, who did that.
That's right,
the big
Junior.
movie that just came out. Junior. He did the music there. But anyways, Ini Kamoze, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Jamaican artist. Everyone has heard Hot Stepper. I did not know it was from a movie. It's fascinating to find out when something's from a movie. But everyone knows the lyrical gangster, murderer, the Hot Stepper, murderer.
Yeah, and I think the most popular part of it is like na 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 na. You all know the song. It's been like, I mean, again, one of those that's been literally.
Do you think he said murderer over and over again because it's a murder mystery movie? Because I mean, that's very amusing. That's very. I'm just thinking about it now because like I never saw the movie, never even heard of the movie. So I'm thinking, oh, is the Hot Stepper the model walking down the runway? And there's a
we've lost Autumn.
But it's definitely a song that I could have on in the background and not lose my mind over. Unlike that Eric Clapton song, which makes me
this would be a good spreadsheet.
It makes me want to jump out of my car for sure.
Yeah, just put it on the loop.
But Hot Stepper is pretty fun. Like Hot Stepper is fun. I liked it. I was like, oh yeah, it's super important. It's been remixed to death
it's kind of
everywhere.
Like Car Wash, where it's just everyone knows it. You don't maybe you don't remember where it came from or anything, but you just know it.
Would you argue that it's our?
I would argue whatever the topic.
It's our most well recognized song.
Hot Stepper.
Ooh.
Hot Stepper. What would you say of the list so far is the most?
Car Wash might be more well known because it's been around for so long.
Right.
Dirty Dancing is going to be the most well known song. I had the time of my life. It's been in so many things. It's been in so many parodies. It's been like,
yeah.
I think Tom. That's the only thing I know about that movie is that song. Oh, a murderer is someone?
No, Hot Stepper, dude.
I'm kidding. A lyrical gangster is.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah,
it is. Again, a good place to end the song. Also, I don't know, Autumn, if you looked at. I don't know, Autumn, if you looked at the list, but at 64, number 64 which will be our next episode.
Oh, it'll be a surprise because I haven't seen it.
It's a song that's gonna mean a lot to you, and I'm like, I'm glad we're ending. We're gonna start with there next time because
it'll be a 2-hour show.
This will be a 2-hour show. So
I'm not gonna look.
No, you'll figure it out. Just
I'll have to listen in advance though.
Yeah, you'll know that, and you'll send it to our group chat. Do you want me to just tell you what it is?
Yeah, tell me.
It's Prince and the Revolution, "Let's Go Crazy" from Purple Rain.
Yeah, Let's Go Crazy.
Love it. We have gathered here today to get to.
Should we just stop? Should we just go to 64 because
we'll save it?
We'll save it. Did it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but we know what 64 is, but we haven't. We'll talk about it
next week. Can I do the intro?
Yeah.
Next week, not the intro of the show. But the next episode, can I say the intro of Let's Go Crazy?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thanks.
As long as we're not DCA stricken.
Also, I have framed on the wall the opening intro of Let's Go Crazy.
Oh, really? That's sick.
I do. It's right over there.
Pretty
so
cool.
I'll show you.
You could read it to us like you're reading a scroll. Like,
it's on my Prince wall, which is right over there. Yeah. Dearly beloved.
It's right next to cheetah and giraffe.
Yeah. But yeah, we did. Yeah. Wow, we went through all the songs.
We did. We got through them at a brisk pace, and I'm proud of us.
We got sidetracked so many times.
That was number 75 through 65. Again, recapping it, 75, we've got Up Where You Belong from Officer and a Gentleman. 74 is Theme from Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
73.
Favorite
at 73.
Shut your mouth.
Excel. Shut your mouth.
Yes.
I can dig it. As Exhale, Shoot Shoot by Whitney Houston from Waiting to Excel. Don't Worry, Be Happy at 72 by Bobby McFerrin from the movie Cocktail that came out, apparently. And at 71, we've got Theme from Mahogany. Also, Do You Know Where You're Going To by Diana Ross from the movie Mahogany. At 70, I've Had the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing. 69, Car Wash from Car Wash. Grease from Grease at 68. 67, Shake a Tail Feather from Bad Boys 2. 66, Change the World by Eric Clapton from Phenomenon. And
that was still in my hometown.
Here comes the Hot Stepper from Ready to Wear.
Yeah.
This is such a terrible poster.
It is.
Look how much
It
Her,
words
her
are on
face isn't even lit well. Like
It's probably not her body either. Like we saw this
probably not.
with
It's
Pretty
bad
Woman.
Photoshop head swap.
Remember with Pretty Woman, similar again, character,
A lot of
typeset, all white background. We saw it in Hitch. We saw it in like so many
that.
different.
That was the deal back then. Yeah.
I bet you that's definitely not her.
It's
I
terrible
Like,
poster.
her-
All that
it's
text
bad.
is way too much text for
It's
They were
no
trying to like
Graphic
blow you
design
away
is my
with how
passion.
many people were in it, but like yes, but
Yeah,
it
I
was
got
very
bored
graphic
after I-
design is my passion.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
something else. All right, everyone. So that was 75 through 65. Again, this will be a series that we do until 1. And then we also want to fill it because Autumn made a good point. We're like, why is it 75 and not 100? So we want to add our own 25 songs in, which we will have. We will make that our very, very last episode of the series where we add in our favorite
And
songs.
we want
and
yours.
Your favorite songs. We
Yeah.
got a lot of them already from people in
Yeah.
the Facebook group. Thank you guys for doing those. We're going to compile all of them, get rid of any dupes, and put them together by what we think is worthy to be on there. So it is a subjective list, and Alex will be judging it accordingly.
Yeah.
We'll
And
make
just
it
make
like
sure
you
you
said, we'll
join
make
the group.
Spotify.
and put it in there. We should maybe make a collaborative Spotify playlist. That would be fun to do. So make sure you go there and do it, and put the information in there so that we can compile it. Also, probably a good idea to email us if you're not a Facebooker and you want to send us your songs so we can compile it and so we can have it for the end. Because I don't want to come up with 25 songs. That's a lot of work.
It's too much work.
I
Just do
have
your
5
songs.
in my head right now that I am like, yes, and they are definitely not on this list. But
and they do have to be. I have a question for our own choices. Is it has to be the same rules where it has to have debuted in that film, or can it just be any movie? I think it's any song used in any movie.
I don't think it has to have been on a
rules.
chart.
No, not been on a chart.
Not on a chart, but it should be a movie that.
A song.
Sorry, it should be a song that was released alongside a movie or made for a movie. I think that rule should stick.
That rule should stick. That's what I'm agreeing with. So, good, because I would love to see what people have. I would love to contribute some of mine, but like I'm not coming up with 25, so I need other people to carry some of the work, please.
No.
I'm willing to do one.
Delegating.
And then I'm out.
I tried to think of 3, and I was like, no. I was like, what one is this? And then it just turned into more research, and I was like, I need to focus.
And it feels like
You do
the
the
Billboard 75 is going to cover so many that we would choose.
Yeah,
you know?
there are.
No.
I mean, guys, there are a lot
3
of
of the ones
songs
I looked are not even on there. I only searched. I did a Control F.
Purple Rain's going to be on
for-
there.
Yeah, of course, Purple Rain's going to be on there.
There's a lot of prints on there.
Yeah, there's a lot on there. But yeah, there's going to be stuff on there. But
Like a crime
Yeah.
scene.
64 is where honestly, I think 64 is really starts picking up. Like we know some of these songs, like Car Wash and Up Where We Belong, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But
As we get up there,
I've already seen like from 64 down to like 60, you know, and 54, and I'm like, whoa, like hit after hit. This is hit after hit today.
I also want to go through when we're doing these. We kind of, again, we do this together relatively fast, but the next one of like, you know, like this is where it's famous from, but this is probably where you've heard it. Because there's a song on here that includes Mr. Bean. And I'm like, that's where I know this song from. And I'm like, it's so great. Oh, I love Mr. Bean. All right, everyone. Well, we are gonna let you all get out of here. I know it's a little late for some of you guys. Alex, I know it's late for you. Not for me, not him. We're fine. Alex is the only one complaining. So,
I mean, it's
thank you all
almost
so
7:30.
much.
It's bedtime.
That's true. It's almost Frankie Valley time.
Yeah, it is.
But all right, everyone. Thank you so much again. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. In the comments of this chat, let us know what your favorites of the list that we went through so far were. Favorite,
Better not
least
be
favorite.
Diana Ross.
Didn't like that song. I know, you know, gotta love Diana Ross, but that
So
song
bad.
just
It's a real stinker.
as we say to Diana Ross, like, hey Diana Ross, that song you wrote is terrible.
You could have done better.
Yeah. Listen.
But everyone, we will see you next week. We're gonna Autumn and Alex are slacking and they're not gonna be here. But don't worry. I have no life and I'm going nowhere.
Can I say why I won't be here? I'm gonna be at the Disneyland After Dark May the 4th Star Wars night, dressed up as Han Solo with Mel as Lando, and we're gonna be nerding it up all night with our lightsabers and just being huge nerds. And if
Yeah.
you go and you're dressed in costume,
exciting.
there's going to be an attendee in costume parade down Main Street with all of our dorks. We're all going to be walking together down Main Street in our little dumbass
Disney-
costumes.
Disney After Dark is where famously most kids are conceived. So that should be
Yeah.
fun. Grease,
So
Grease Part 3.
Lando Melrician. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Autumn, are with all of the nerds that are going to be walking down Main Street, are the Incel Eagles playing? 'Cause
Yeah,
it sounds like
yeah,
the perfect venue
absolutely.
for them.
It's going to be me and
I
Mel
think
up in front,
Snowstorm,
just
no.
like this.
I think Snowstorm is not allowed at Disney. No,
They
not at
they
Disney,
did
not at
they-
CW.
No, no.
Love it. Anyway, you were doing an outro. Sorry, I just wanted to tell people.
And
that, so
Alex
no
will
one
be
else
in,
cares.
and Alex will be in Ireland, where
Yes.
there will be no diversity. So you don't have to worry about that.
I'm going to be there, and they're going to be like, "Who is this person? How did they get in here? I need to see your passport." Thank
No,
you.
then they'll have diversity.
They're like SPF 30. What is he? A witch? Jesus.
Wait, he's not wearing any SPF. Look at all the clouds. That's not enough
Careful of all the
cover.
pointy-fingered nuns out there. They'll get you.
Yeah.
All right, everyone,
Okay.
thank you so much. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you next week. I think it'll be just me and Daniel. We're going to briefly maybe go through some news, but we're going to show up, hang out, and, just all around. I'm just going to bully Daniel, probably.
Yeah,
That's probably
that sounds
what's
fun.
going to end up happening.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, show up next Thursday. We're going to go over some pop culture news, some headlines, and we're just going to bully Daniel until, he decides to fight back,
Yeah.
and then he's bigger than
Yeah.
me, so I can't fight him. But we'll see you next Thursday, same time, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern, on Facebook and on YouTube, wherever you're watching. Like, comment, share. It helps so much, and we appreciate you guys so much for being here. We will see you next week. Remember, like what you love what you like, and book the Incel Eagles and Ethnic
Book 'em for
Snowstorm
birthday
We're-
parties, weddings.
for free.
Yeah.
They are not playing
pay you.
anywhere. They will